study,
and play
come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get
the best of both worlds.
Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
This episode is brought to you by Prime. What if you had one more chance with the one that got away?
Sam,
you came home.
Based on the best-selling novel from Carly Fortune. Every Year After follows childhood friends Sam and Percy as they reunite in the dreamy, nostalgic lakeside town of Barry's Bay.
Love can be hard to find. So if you're lucky enough to find that person, never let go.
A second chance at first love. Every Year After. Streaming June 10th, only on Prime.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Hey everyone, welcome to this edition of Keep Watch Pass on the It's Not That Bad podcast channel. Alright, Hollywood Dynasty Weeks continues as we talk about movies, this time starring a Skarsgard. And here to join me, my lovely wife, Carrie. Carrie, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Now, when we were coming up with this idea, the Skarsgard family was definitely one that was on top of mind, because of course, Stellan Skarsgard has been in a number of films. Alex Skarsgard was brilliant in True Blood. I was unaware of exactly how many Skarsgards there were, though, because there's a lot of Skarsgards acting today. So, Carrie, when you were going through the list and seeing exactly how many members of this family have filmographies, were you a little overwhelmed?
I was. There were a lot of movies to choose from. And to be quite honest, even though I did my research, and I promise you I did, I think I only recognized one of the Skarsgards brothers, and they all kind of look similar. I could not pick them out in a Usual Suspects lineup, honestly. I am not familiar with the Skarsgards boys.
This is 5 Skarsgards walk into a bar?
Right. And I wouldn't know the difference. No.
Pretty much. I get that. But I mean, it's one of those things where you take a look at some of the films, and admittedly, a lot of the films I had never heard of, but there were a number here where I'm like, okay, cool. I know exactly which ones I'm going to pick. So it wasn't hard for me to find my Keep Watching Pass picks. How was it for you?
It was a lengthy process going through each one of their IMDb movie listings.
Fair.
And I found, thank God, there were a few standouts because there were a lot of films that I've not seen. So I couldn't really talk about them. I'm like, I don't really know. So the movies that I picked, I can't necessarily say are definitely on my must-watch list. They're just ones that I recognized and, okay, this is what I have to work with, so I'm going to go with this. That is my disclaimer. All
right. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pick 3 films each, a keep, a watch, and a pass. The keep is one that we hold in high regard. The watch is one where, even with commercials, we'll still watch it. And the pass is one, not necessarily from the actor in question, but just a movie we just don't want to watch again. But each of these films will star at least one member from the Skarsgard family. So, Karen, I'm going to let you kick this party off. What is your keep film starring a Skarsgard?
I am keeping Zoolander. And little did I know, or could have actually placed in a lineup, but Alex Skarsgard plays Mikas, which I had to actually rack my brain, and I'm like, who? And then I realized, oh, okay.
It all comes back to you now, yeah.
Yeah.
Zoolander was so freaking funny. Zoolander 2? No.
I preferred, I think, 2.
Really?
With Owen Wilson?
Well,
Yeah.
they both had Owen Wilson, but really?
Yeah.
Zoolander 2?
Yeah, I kind of like the second one better than the first.
Are you drunk right now?
No, that's one of the series that I'm like, okay, maybe the sequel was better. I liked it better. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Are you qualified to be on a movie podcast with a take like that?
I'm qualified to be on a bad movie podcast, apparently.
Fair.
I do. I like really bad movies. And here we are. That's why I like the second Zoolander better.
Okay, with that kind of credential, I guess you are in the right spot.
I am.
I'm still questioning your life choices, but you might have found a home here. If
I wrote the book.
Oi.
That's why. That's why I'm here.
I can't even look at you right now.
No, the computer screen is in the way. But
sure, give away all our little insider baseball here.
Yeah, we literally have
it's a privacy screen.
We have we have a block between, because that way you won't see me make faces like, huh? What? Like the what the face. Yeah, sometimes which clearly you're doing to me right now.
I'm just trying to figure out how we put what the face on a shirt for movies.
Along with, this must be a very Carey movie.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, we'll put very Carey movie on the front of the shirt. On the back, it'll just be a picture of me with the what the face going, you like what?
Zoolander 2 logo has to be somewhere on there.
Man, oh man. Okay, so since we're talking sequels, you picked the first Zoolander. Fine, cool, whatever. But I'm going with an Alexander Skarsgard film, and it's a sequel because I like lizards and monkeys. Godzilla versus Kong. I actually like this one. Now, admittedly, if you were to sit there and compare the legendary Godzilla films, the 2014 Godzilla is a masterpiece. Nothing bad can be said about that film. Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, much can be said about that. But Godzilla versus Kong, it was definitely an upgrade from the previous Godzilla King of the Monsters, mainly because the introduction into the legendary Godzilla films of Mechagodzilla, and it was epic. They did Mechagodzilla so well. This was my hope, though, because the minute Legendary Pictures started making Godzilla and King Kong films, the hope was that they were going to find a way in order to be able to incorporate the Pacific Rim franchise into this kaiju verse that they were building. But the second Pacific Rim film was not good. So that kind of put the kibosh on that. I still want to see them find a way to get Pacific Rim and that world into the kaiju verse, please, for the love of God, even though they're kind of more living in Hollow Earth kind of realm. I don't know what Godzilla X Kong Supernova is going to be about. I have no idea. But if you're comparing the legendary Godzilla films with the new Godzilla -1 and the upcoming -0 franchise, I mean, you are comparing apples to chocolate cake at that point, because Godzilla -1 was absolute tasty chocolate cake. But Godzilla versus Kong is probably the second best film in the legendary Godzilla franchise, behind the 2014 Gareth Edwards directed masterpiece. Alex Skarsgard was good. Mechagodzilla is my MVP on that one. But I don't know if we can talk about Godzilla vs. Kong. I don't know if that one actually qualifies. I know King of the Monsters does. And I know Godzilla X Kong The New Empire does. Godzilla vs. Kong? I think it's too good.
Blowing ad budget on metrics that look great till the CFO sees them. That's bull spend. And marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
I remember telling my boss, it'll be good for the brand, when leads were slow. Yeah, it wasn't.
Cut the bull spend. LinkedIn lets you target by company, job title, and more. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Zootopia 2 has come home to Disney Plus.
Let's go!
Get ready for a new case.
We're gonna crack this case and prove we're the greatest partners of all time!
New friends.
You are Gary the Snake. And your last name? The Snake.
Dream Team. New habitats.
Zootopia has a secret reptile population.
You can watch the record-breaking phenomenon at home.
You're clearly working at
Zootopia 2, now available on Disney Plus, rated PG.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Hey guys, today I'm interviewing my cat about his perfect bistro food. Percy, you seem to be a big Perfect Bistro fan. Care to comment? Totally. What do you like about it? You love the high-quality ingredients? And the delicious flavors, of course. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Listen to Percy, guys. Visit perfectbistro.com to try it for your cat.
For my watch film, I'm going with a film that is ridiculously cool in the way it is made and stars Stellan Skarsgard. I'm talking about a movie called Time Code. So this was released in 2000, and kind of around the time when anything went with films. Like style was right at the forefront. And this film is freaking brilliant because it is 4 simultaneous cameras shown in split screen for the entire time. It's basically 4 parallel storylines that at points converge with each other. Stellan Skarsgard is in here with a fantastic cast that includes Xander Berkeley, Salma Hayek, Holly Hunter, Kyle MacLachlan, Leslie Mann, Gene Triplehorn, and Steven Weber. This was brilliant to watch because it was something we'd never seen before. 4 single take, simultaneous shots, split screened. And the sound design is what's driving you to what the primary dialogue is that you're supposed to be hearing. It's not like you're hearing 4 shots at the same time. They're really kind of guiding your attention while everything else is going on at the same time. But remember, Carrie, we have this on freaking VHS. That tells you how old this film is. But when we got and we watched Time Code, like, were you enthralled with all 4 cameras at the same time?
Well, the fact that we have it on VHS speaks volumes because when this came out, it was well before cameras were everywhere. And I'm talking like Teams, and I'm talking about the AI on your phone, and I'm talking about, you know, going for a walk even. And I'm certain that every second house on a street, any given street, has porch cam, and then you've got, you know, the traffic cams, right? Cameras are everywhere. And I hate to sound like a conspiracy theorist, like, oh my God, Big Brother's watching. But yeah, if you didn't know, Big Brother is watching now these days. And I would love to see this movie done now. I'd love to see that more, I don't know, modern. I can only dare say modern because here we are today, 26 years later. I want to see today's take on this movie because I do think it was a brilliant concept.
But when you think about the coordination that has to happen for this, right? Because to my knowledge, there weren't any cuts. And if they were very stealthily done. But the fact that you had all this happening at the same time, especially when the scenes interact with each other, it's like, holy crap, this is brilliant.
It really was brilliant. And I'm gonna, admit that because there's 4 things happening on the screen, I mean, my brain just couldn't follow it half the time. I'm like, I tend to zone into one scene at a time, and then everything else is just kind of in the background. So, I mean, visually, there's a lot going on. It might be hard to watch for, someone who just wants to like focus on one thing, but it is a brilliant concept. And I absolutely agree with that pick.
I find it fascinating that you say you found it hard to focus on one thing at a time or all four, because you yourself have spent time in a television control room where you are staring at multiple monitors and trying to gather the action from different angles. Did it bring back memories of that when you were watching it?
Yeah, you know what? I can get behind that theory. It's just, as a movie watcher, though, you want to connect with one story. I love the crossover, the fact that everything really was interconnected.
Yeah, if you have not watched this film yet, watch it and then rewatch it, because you're probably going to have to catch everything that happens. That's the other cool thing about this film. It's rewatchable, not because it's so really good, but you almost have to rewatch it once or twice just to get everything that's happening.
Well, see, that's exactly it, right? Like if I were to watch it, maybe twice, maybe let's say 4 times, if I had to zone in on each panel, to get the stories, but you really want to get the nuances. You want to get the little things that you've missed, right? Or did I blink? Did I miss something happening in the storyline that was pivotal?
I think you could do this movie again, or at least something like this again. But I think with the idea of streaming, there's a way to do this where it's ridiculously cool. Follow me in this. And by the way, Netflix, listening, trust me, grab a pen, grab a paper, and then grab my email afterwards, because you're going to
AI, everything's listening,
right? So just you're going to want to call me afterwards and say, how much money do you want? Because here's the idea: you do a film like this again, right, where it's 4 simultaneous stories happening at the same time. They intersect the whole thing, but with the technology of Netflix, you have the option to watch all 4 screens at the same time, or to watch each individual story by itself and then go back and watch it again, but you pick which one you want to watch full screen. So you could watch it 4 times in each story each time, or you could watch it all at once, all at the same time.
Well, see, that's exactly it. That's what I need, is to watch one screen all the way through.
Right.
And then go and watch the second screen all the way through. And then once you're kind of familiar with what's going on and how it's interconnected, then watch everything.
Yeah.
Right? So then you have that background information. You know what it is to look for that you might have missed in the first place if there's a lot going on.
But to the same token as well, right? I mean, you have people that are sitting at home watching multiple sporting events on a multi-screen, split screen kind of thing, and they'll kind of point the arrow towards kind of, what they want to listen to, which game they want to listen to at the time. Oh, that one's a commercial, I'm going to go listen to this one kind of thing. You see that with the freaking NFL Red Zone as well, right? So I think it's one of those things where you really have the opportunity to have something that is really cool and really interactive, maybe even more so interactive than, because Netflix has done some really cool things. I mean, Bandersnatch proved that they could do a choose your own adventure type movie. And then you had other ones where you had a series that came out, but you had the ability to watch it in different order. Like you didn't necessarily have to watch episodes 1 through 8. You could go, 7, 2, 5, 1, whatever, and it would have a different feel to it because, the order didn't necessarily matter.
See, I love that. Let's just like Pulp Fiction every movie series or TV series. Yeah.
The technology is there to do something really creative with a concept that was released 26 years ago today, and no one else has done it since, to my knowledge. Like, if there's another movie out there like Time Code, please, listeners, let us know, on social media at Not That Badcast. If there's another movie like Time Code out there, I want to watch it. And if there isn't, I want a streamer to pay me, because it's my idea, and make it happen in an interactive, multi style viewable way, people would get behind that, I think, because it's new, it's different, and it's interactive. All right, over to you, Carrie, for your watch pick.
I'm watching Bill Skarsgard in Deadpool 2. But let's be honest, I'm watching for Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, admittedly, yes. Wait, you're not watching for Brad Pitt ever so briefly?
Oh, that's right. Oh, you know what? That completely lost me.
Ever so briefly, he was in there. But yeah, Bill Skarsgard as Zeitgeist, it's a deep cut, but I don't hate that. I mean, I was wondering if any of us were going to pick a very obvious Bill Skarsgard's film that in this household would definitely probably fit in the pass. I haven't heard your pass yet. I will tell you it's not my pass. So I'm going to see what your pass is first. But yeah, Deadpool 2. I mean, I will admit I liked Deadpool 1 better than Deadpool 2.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, you can't top Deadpool and Wolverine.
No.
Which was
the
can't. Best.
You absolutely can't. The fact that we actually can have Deadpool in the MCU now, finally, properly, the world is Ryan Reynolds' oyster. But, we had a Skarsgård in there. Even though Stellan Skarsgård is already in the MCU. So you could have picked a number of Avengers films from that one. But I like the fact that we went with Deadpool 2.
Yeah, I just thought that would be too obvious. So
yeah,
here we are.
Going for the low-hanging fruit, but that's okay. All right. So now I'm very curious. Your pass pick.
Well, I dodged a bullet on this one because thank goodness you had someone kind enough to step up to the plate and watch Oppenheimer, as I've not watched it. I really don't know what I'm missing, but I'm totally not into it. From what I gathered from was it not that bad?
No, it's not that good.
It's not that good.
That was the very special April Fool's Day prank that actually turned into a therapy session, because guess what? Oppenheimer is also my pass pick.
Oh, thank goodness. Because
starring Gustav as Hans Beth.
I'm so grateful that you can kind of pick up where I left off, because I've not seen the movie. I have no intention of seeing the movie. I was just so incredibly grateful. Who was on that show with you?
That was our good friend Alex, who...
That's right. He took the bullet for me.
Oh, yeah. No, he jumped.
Thank you, Alex.
He jumped in on that one. Thank God for him. But I'm surprised you didn't... actually, I'm surprised I didn't pick either. But the most recent Crow film that had Bill Skarsgard.
I didn't want to touch
Eric
it.
Draven. Yeah, no. I know somewhere down the road we're going to have to talk about that film. I don't want to.
I actually thought that would have been your pick.
No, because I haven't watched it yet. I have been avoiding that film like the plague, because everything I've seen and everything I've heard about that film does Eric Draven and Shelley Webster dirty. Like, I'm sorry. That is Brandon Lee. You don't touch that story again. We've talked about the Crow films over and over and over again. We covered every proper sequel. I don't want to touch that remake, but we could. But I don't want to.
Yeah.
But I will if we have to. But no. Okay, let's talk about Oppenheimer, because started out as an April Fool's Day joke, and I actually did not like this film, which is shocking, because you have Christopher Nolan at the helm. So you have one of the best directors in the game today. You have an incredible freaking cast in this. But this film felt like a 3-hour-long montage. It was frenetic in pace. It told too much story too fast, and I felt like I wasn't really getting the true story of Robert Oppenheimer. Like, it felt so freaking glossed over with all these big name actors and all that, and the parallel storyline of the senator who was basically trying to honestly, there was too much story for a 3-hour movie, and that blows my mind. But to the same token as well, I don't think this film gets near enough, acclaim as it does if it's not part of Barbenheimer. They marketed this in a way that people hadn't seen, and it was the perfect counterbalance between movies. But the thing is, everything I've seen from Barbie, I didn't like that movie either.
No, I've talked about that one. But how was the pew in Oppenheimer?
Good, but barely in it.
Oh?
Like, she's there, and her character is an important character in the story of Robert Oppenheimer, but meh. Like, there's so much story in this that it feels like all these characters and all these phenomenal actors, get glossed over. Aside, of course, from Cillian Murphy playing Robert Oppenheimer, sure, okay. And Robert Downey Jr. definitely gets a lot of screen time as well. But it's like, this is why I say I'm not looking forward to the Odyssey. And maybe it'll be a different pace. And maybe because it's based on someone else's writing. But I mean, like, this is a freaking biopic, not a biomontage. Oppenheimer may be one of the most overrated films, in my opinion. Like, I love what Christopher Nolan did with the Dark Knight series. Inception is brilliant. Oppenheimer, I don't have 3 hours of my life to waste again. I really don't. My ass is still numb from watching that movie. Like, that's how I feel about it. There's a dent in our couch from Oppenheimer. The dent was me. And my sinking movie expectations. All right, Carrie. Please remind our listeners what your keep, watch, and pass picks are for movies starring a Skarsgard.
I'm keeping Zoolander with Alex Skarsgard. I'm watching Deadpool 2 with Bill Skarsgard and passing on Gustav Skarsgard in Oppenheimer.
All right. I am keeping Alex Skarsgard in Godzilla vs. Kong. I am watching Stellan Skarsgard in Timecode. Seriously, Netflix, call me. This is a brilliant idea that needs to happen. And I'm passing on Gustav Skarsgard and Oppenheimer. Carrie, thank you so much for this. And dear listeners, we still have more Hollywood dynasties to talk about right here. So stay tuned for more in the weeks to come. But until next time, you know the drill. If there is a topic that you want us to cover on Keep Watch Pass, or a movie that you want us to talk about on It's Not That Bad, hit us up on social media at Not That Badcast, or go to our website, notthatbadcast.com. But until that next time, she's Carrie. I'm Jay. You guys are awesome. This is Keep Watch Pass on the It's Not That Bad podcast channel and a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network. Take care.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Stitch Fix. Stop shopping. Get styled. Not today, sweatpants. Somebody's wearing jeans that fit.
Wow! No photos, please. I'm just a regular dad who happens to have a stylist.
I really look my best when someone else makes the decisions.
Hey, we can all see you two-way mirrors.
Just share your size, style, and budget, and your stylist sends personalized looks right to your door. Stitch Fix. Get started today at StitchFix.com.
I want to hug you. I'm going to hug you. I'm coming in for a hug.